everybody, and welcome to this month's Coffee with Channel Managers. We are in for an absolute treat today because we are sitting with one of our powered ultimate providers, Hypercore. Hey, Eve, how are you?
I'm doing well, Melissa. Thanks so much for having us. We're so excited to be on.
We're so happy to have you, and we're so excited to power up in 2021. So, Eve, tell me a little bit about what you do at Hypercore.
Well, Melissa, I'm a director of sales at Hypercore. So what that is I support my masters. So Microcorp is one of my masters, and I'm really excited because I have worked with Microcorp in the past. So I'm very familiar with your all's processes and everything that goes on, know a lot of your partners. So I'm thrilled to be working with you again.
Absolutely. How long have you been there for?
I've been with Hypercore a little over a year now.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about what brought you to Hypercore and what makes Hypercore so special to you.
Well, Hypercore, I actually had worked with Hypercore. I previously worked at Microcorp. I managed the pricing team and got to know Hypercore and a lot of things about them. I'm the type of salesperson, if I'm going to say I'm going to do this, this, and this, that's what I do. And that's exactly what Hypercore was.
That is really, really cool. And I love that you're back with us because you're truly part of the Microcorp family. So, Eve, tell me a little bit about why a partner would want to work with Hypercore. What does that look like for them, and why should it matter to them?
So Hypercore we're a global provider, and we have numerous solutions. And it's really exciting, Melissa, because a lot of partners say, you know what, I just want to get this and be done. Hypercore does all that. So we're actually an aggregator. So we do connectivity. We have over 500 direct MSAs with providers. We actually work with over 1,000 carriers worldwide. So we do our connectivity. We do voice. And a lot of your partners have come to me for voice, because that's something that's a little outside of the box, and they want to be able to get their connectivity as well as their voice. We do SD-WAN, and the part of the SD-WAN is we work in conjunction with CloudGenix, VeloCloud, Cato, and a couple of others, but we add a management piece. So I know a lot of masters have those providers in their portfolio, but sometimes they're like, ooh, I don't know, I don't want to manage it. I don't have the support and the staff to manage it. Can Hypercore help us? So that's something that we've really been very successful in, is being able to manage SD-WAN, and as well as we do security.
So you really do it from like soup to nut. You're with the partner 100% of the time.
Exactly. We are, and what's great is, you know, a lot of partners will say, you know, I've got 25 locations, I need one invoice, I've got a couple of international. We can do it all. Like you said, Melissa, we're soup to nuts.
That's awesome. So obviously, as a Hypercore you're an aggregator, right? That's what you do.
Correct.
So what's a misconception that a partner has had about you in the past that you would like to say, that is not how it actually is?
Well, a huge misconception is we sell it and we move on. We don't. We actually have project management. So once an order is signed, it goes to our project management, and they have that person throughout the entire process. So partners don't have time, nor do a lot of them have support to be able to get the FOC dates, to be able to get, hey, we missed this install, what's going on? We've got construction, what's going on? We manage all that. Our project management, project coordinators are all Hypercore employees. They love what they do, and they're very good at what they do. So that's a huge misconception, that it's like, okay, just like any other aggregator, it's sold, we're moving on to the next thing. It's not. You really have that support of that team.
So you have the support from start to finish to during.
Exactly.
It never really ends. And I think that's important for partners to understand.
I absolutely agree. You know, coming from Microcorp, I saw it, and I saw a large deal that Microcorp sold. And when the deal was sold, it's about a 4,000 location. When it started, the partner came to us and said, you know, we'd love to get its franchise. We'd love to get one price to be able to offer to all our franchisees. So our company looked at it and said, okay, is this something, how could we do it? You know, they're looking for coax, they're doing some SD-WAN, they're doing some 4G backup, but how can we do it and make sure, you know, it's profitable for everybody? So we looked at the entire scheme. We've actually now installed almost 2,000 of those locations, and then they've come back to us saying, okay, can you do this? Can you do this? But the project coordinator, she started it, she had weekly calls with the client. We started with about 500 100 locations. She would have weekly calls. She set it up how they wanted it. So she said, you know, I use Smartsheet to kind of track everything. And they really looked at, okay, here's the way that we want to do it. So she started with the weekly calls. It kind of then got to bi-weekly. And now it's about, I think they have them every 3 weeks. But they know, hey, I can go to her. Here's who her backups are. Here's what exactly is going on. And this specific company said, you know, we've never worked with anybody like that. We've never worked with somebody that's owned the project management. It's not just, here's your dates, bye-bye. It's, here's your dates. Hey, we've got an issue here. Maybe we could do this. Let's try this. You know, they always come up with ideas to be able to help them.
That's amazing. And I think that's such a huge Hypercore differentiator. I think that's what makes you guys unique and ultimate. So Eve, what is something that if a partner could walk away with one thing about Hypercore, besides all of the things we've already mentioned, and they could have it on repeat in their brain, what would you want them to walk away with about Hypercore?
Well, I think what they need to walk away with is we also, I mean, not only that project management, because, you know, as I speak to people, that is so huge. We also monitor our circuits 24/7. So with that monitoring, I mean, you know, companies can't be without connectivity. And that's what we're here for, to help you with that. So by monitoring those circuits, we ping them every 30 seconds. We tell you, usually beforehand, if anything's wrong. It's funny, I got an email the other day and somebody's like, I don't know what this is. And I looked at it and I'm like, hey, your circuit was down. We're not talking to you. And he was like, oh crap, I moved my telecom room. I should have told you, I guess. But he goes, kudos to you for letting me know. Thank you so much. So that team is really there to support that team, you know, when they reached out to him.
Do you think that people are shocked by that when they find out how much you monitor and how much you're engaged?
I think they are, because I think, you know, it's different, as you said, the industry really doesn't. And, you know, me coming from Microcorp and seeing what others did, that's a huge, that's something very big. And especially now in times that we're in, when I tell people, you know, we do proactive monitoring, it's like, you do what? I don't even know what you're talking about. That's a very, very big thing. We also offer on every single, when somebody gets an agreement, they can check it. It's a $79 4G backup. So God forbid that circuit goes down, it'll automatically fail over. And that's been so useful. I have a lot of retail stores that use that because that's what they're relying on. And then it's up to Hypercore to get that circuit back up and running as quickly as possible. You're not charged usage, you're not charged anything like that. And what's great about it, you know, I have people say to me, you know, $79 times 12, you know, and I'm like, hey, I don't want to pay for homeowners insurance, but heaven forbid something happened to my house. You know, same thing for car insurance. And once they start looking at it that way, and I've kind of educated the partners to help them say, you know, here's what it's going to cost you in your term. If you're down, let's figure out how much that's going to cost you. So that's been a huge thing for us as well.
So it's almost like Hypercore is that unicorn aggregator in the channel.
We are the unicorn. We are the unicorn. You're exactly right. We are the core of your business.
We can be hyper and we can be core.
That's the truth. Goodness gracious, that's the truth.
So Eve, I want to thank you first of all for joining us today and being a part of our Coffee with Channel Managers. We love working with you at Microcorp, and we know our partners love working with you too. I wanted to close this out today with something a little bit different. I wanted to ask you, you've said you've worked in the channel for a long time. We're not going to date you, but you've worked here a long time. What's kept you in the channel? Why do you love it so much?
I love, and thank you so much for having us. We are so excited. I mean, I have a team behind me. I have a pricing team. I have Terry Patrick, my SVP, all the way up to Josh. I had to call Josh the other day. He picks up the phone. He's the president. He talks to you. So thank you so much. What's kept me in the channel though, Melissa, is, you know, it's forever changing. I mean, we've done so much this year. And as I said, you know, as I started, the way I started, you know, it was this, it's just evolving. And I love that. I love kind of thinking, okay, let's do this, this, and this. You know, when somebody comes to me and says, here's what I'm looking for, here's what I want to do, you know, I want to be able to say, well, here's a couple of different ways we can go about it. And it's just being able to use that and kind of help people. I love helping people, and that's what's really kept me and just meeting everybody. I mean, Microcorp has some great partners, and I've, you know, grown this year with a lot of partners and looking forward to 2021. But just the variety you guys have, that excites me. I like talking to people and being able to say, oh, well, here, maybe we can do this.
Yeah, I love that. And I love that you find the change and the movement exciting, because I think it is exciting. It makes
It's
it, that's what
very,
makes the channel different. So one
exactly.
more question for you, Eve. All right, you're a salad. Picture it. You've got lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, maybe some boar's head lunch meat, right? You got a whole little big bowl here. And then you have dressing, and then you maybe have croutons and some bacon bits, because who doesn't love bacon? But what part of that salad is Eve Hoffman?
Oh God, that's a good one, Melissa. That's a good one. But Eve is that salad dressing, because I personally think the salad dressing brings your whole salad together, and that's what I do. You know, you come to me for something, and I bring together whatever we need to do and help you make that salad and help you be that dressing.
So we have the unicorn and the dressing.
And I am the unicorn salad dressing. Ranch, only ranch.
Only ranch with a rainbow and maybe
That's
some
right.
glitter.
That's
Oh,
right.
cool. Well, Eve, again, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Coffee with Channel Managers. Guys, if you want to reach out to Eve, guess what? You can do so in the comments, and I'll also put her email up above in the description. And you can also visit Hypercore's Eco Hero page. I will put that in the description as well. So, Eve, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much, and thanks for having us. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.